what does a ladybug start as? Jasmine?
Egg. It starts.
What's the first stage of the ladybug's life?
It's in an egg.
Okay. This is what you want me to do, the stages?
Yeah. And then we'll create a story off of it.
Then what happens after that, Melanie?
Larva.
It hatches into a larva, which is like a what? What's a larva like?
Shell.
What's a larva act like?
A baby.
A baby what?
A baby.
What does the larva do? When we saw the larva come out of the egg, what did it do?
I found the eggs though.
What did it do, honey?
It ate.
It ate, but then how did it move? Okay. How did it move, Kayla?
It crawled.
It crawled.
Ooh,
Okay.
perfectly.
Right.
Maybe you can put
So-
that by it, just so I know. Oh, perfect. So it crawls.
Okay, then what happens after its larva stage? What does it turn into, Maya? A cocoon for a caterpillar. What was it called for a ladybug? Noah?
Pupa.
A pupa,
Ooh.
which is kind of like a sleeping bag.
That's
It went to sleep.
a really.
So what kind of shape would that be?
That's really.
It's kind of like the caterpillar's cocoon. It kind of looks like that.
What kind of shape would that be? Just so we know when we're doing that with our body.
Pretty small.
Well, we haven't had any boys. How about Jacob? Can you show us?
Oval.
An oval
Oval
shape?
shape.
Okay, Curl, can you show me what that looks like just so we're kind of... Ooh, that's very good. Very nice. Okay, perfect.
Then what happens after the pupa stage? Justin.
It turns into a ladybug.
And what's another name for that? When it becomes the ladybug, it's called an
Adult.
adult, right?
Oh.
What you do? But first it's yellow, then it will get its spot.
What else do you want?
So we have 4 different stages.
Like you
Egg,
told me.
larva, pupa, and adult.
How can we turn this into a story?
Well, sometimes they do, but when they're
Uh,
babies, they're only white.
I bet they could tell a story. Who can tell a story about a ladybug going through all 4 stages?
See if I can write this down.
All right, Chasnia.
Aww.
Did you find the eggs out on the playground? Was it
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
She did. You
eggs.
can tell the story.
The eggs.
But tell, it could be like a, go ahead. We'll see what you do. No, tell it with your voice.
She was ready to go. She's already on the next level. I love it.
They were, well, like an oval, like
Okay.
Jacob said.
I mean, like, tell a story. Like, once upon a time,
Oh, once upon a time.
I'll tell the story. Once upon a time, a ladybug laid some eggs on a leaf.
Which I found the leaf that was a holocaust.
And a little girl named Chasnia came along and found the eggs on a leaf. And she brought that leaf into her classroom. And her classroom teacher was so excited to see ladybug eggs.
You spelled
So-
her name wrong.
We thought,
We'll go back and
it's okay.
We'll go back and...
So our class decided to watch and see what would happen. When all of a sudden we saw that the yellow eggs had turned black. And we looked under a magnifying glass.
I think you're going too fast for her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look at what she's on.
Oh, all right. Well, okay, I'll slow down.
Thanks, guys.
I was getting carried away with the story.
I know, it was very cute. So we brought them to her teacher and...
I know, but we won't add that to the story.
Yeah, that's a very sad part.
We
The entire class
watched them until one day, for a few days, the eggs turned black.
And you thought they were dead.
I slowed down. I'm waiting. I'm pausing in between. I know, but we won't add that to the story.
Yeah, that's a very sad part.
Okay, so
The entire class watched them.
until one day. So we looked at them under a magnifying glass, and the
zoomed
eggs
in,
turned
actually we zoomed in with our DocuCam
I slowed down. I'm waiting. I'm pausing in between.
Yeah.
and saw baby
Turned black?
Yeah.
Oh, how interesting.
And that's why we thought something was wrong.
Oh, that's why.
So we looked at them under a magnifying glass and we zoomed in. Actually, we zoomed in with our DocuCam.
but you know what, I'm gonna make this part up a little bit so that we can have a dance.
Yeah,
And saw baby larvae.
Now I'm making up the rest because I'm combining it with the ladybugs that we ordered, okay? So I have to tell you, otherwise you're gonna tell me that I did this wrong. Okay,
great.
so the baby larva
Went
grew,
somewhere else.
Remember they crawled.
I know, but you know what? I'm going to
And
make
then
this part up a
they
little bit so
turned
that we can have a
into
dance.
a
Yeah, oh, that's
pupa.
great.
They turned
Perfect.
into pupas.
So now I'm making up the rest because I'm combining it with the ladybugs that we ordered, okay? So I have to tell you, otherwise you're going to tell me that I did this wrong.
That's
Okay,
great.
so the baby larva grew, and then they turned
We saw them
into a
emerge
pupa.
from their
Into
pupas.
Great word.
That really happened.
Yes, we did. Remember? They came out, they started
Okay.
coming out, and I brought it around, showed
After
everybody.
a while,
That's the truth.
after a few
Remember what
days,
color were they? When they came out, what color were
we saw them emerge from their pupas.
Great word.
No, we didn't.
Remember? They came out, they started coming out, and I brought it around and showed
they?
everybody.
They came out
That's
and
the
just
truth.
kind of wiggled out.
Remember what
They
color
wiggled
were they?
out, and then they crawled
When they
around.
came out, what color were
That was just the other.
they? That's right, they were yellow. They kind of came out through the
Then the next
bottom
day, you may not
of
like this,
their
but the next
pupa.
day they
They came
changed
out and just
color.
kinda
They
wiggled
turned
out.
red and
Wiggled
got
out,
their
They
okay.
wings.
wiggled out,
And then we saw their
And then
wings.
they
They started
crawled
to
around.
open their
Wings.
wings.
They got their
Bye.
spots
They
first.
got their spots first. Then we saw their
running
transparent wings come out.
Wiggling and crawling. Yeah.
And then we let them go.
You're just making
Free.
Then the next day, you may not want to like this, but the next day they changed color. They turned red and got their spots. And then we saw their wings. They started to
They
open their
got their
wings.
wings.
Yeah,
They
they're
got their
combining
spots
two
They
stories.
got their spots first. And we saw their transparent wings come out from under
Can't get
their
anything
shield.
by you, can I?
And then we let them go. Free.
That
Watch them
part,
until
Set
one
them
day.
that part was made.
In our
eggs
garden.
turned
That
black.
was true.
So they looked at
Remember
them
we took
and
them down to the
saw
garden?
They were the
larva.
they were the other.
larvae
ones
The other, I know,
that
I'm
we
combining
found.
two stories.
After a few days, we saw them emerge from their pupa by
Can't get
wiggling
anything
and
by you,
crawling.
can I?
Soon we saw them. Set them free.
Wow,
All right, guys,
that's
here
a
we go.
novel.
Woohoo!
Chapter book
All
right
right.
there.
Let me read it to you and then we're gonna start to do it, okay? Once upon a time, a ladybug laid eggs on a leaf. Sorry, I spelled your name wrong.
It's
Chat-
an E right
Oh, it's an E? Oh, is that all?
Chasney.
Great, that was very close. Chasnia found the eggs in a playground and brought them to her teacher. The entire class watched them until one day the eggs turned black. So they looked at them and saw a baby larva. The larva grew and turned into a pupa. After a few days, we saw them emerge from their pupa by wiggling and crawling. Soon we saw their beautiful wings and set them free.
Perfect.
Works?
Yeah.
Find your personal space. Do we have questions about this or we just want to try it? Yeah.
I just had something to say.
What did you want to add?
I think it's like when they turn black, they hatch out of it right away, but they're still in the egg, and then the egg turns transparent, and it's kind of like a butterfly egg too.
Mrs.
Thank you
Schultz
for
put
sharing
them
that
in the
knowledge.
bone of
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to beat this.
Alrighty. I'll read this. You show me all these stages. How are we going to start?
Start, you're an egg.
Egg. Oval shaped. Once upon a time, a ladybug laid eggs on a leaf. Chasnia found the eggs in the playground and brought them to her teacher. Interesting. Hold on. Really quick. I think there should be different parts for this. So Chasnia, you'll play Chasnia. Okay.
That's me.
The entire class will be the eggs. The teacher will be Mrs. Schwartz. Will be played by Mrs. Schwartz. And we'll go from there. Okay, here we go, back down. Once upon a time, a ladybug laid eggs on a leaf. Chasnia found the eggs in a playground and brought them to her teacher. The entire class watched them until one day the eggs turned black. So they looked at them and saw a baby larva. The larva grew into a pupa. After a few days, we saw them emerge from their pupa. Can I see you all emerge? By wiggling and crawling. Soon we saw their beautiful wings. And set them free.